This episode is a pause, a creative viewpoint at the end of the year where we can look back at the path we've walked and gently notice the horizon ahead. Welcome to Singer-Songwriter, a space to reconnect with your voice, your music, and the songs waiting to be written. I'm Lainey, singer and songwriter, voice and creativity coach. If you've ever dreamed of writing and singing your own songs, but doubt or perfectionism keeps getting in the way, then grab that notebook full of ideas. It's time to open your voice, trust your sound, and express yourself freely. Your songs are waiting. Let's bring them to life. Welcome, friend. You've made it. You've made it to mid-December. And you're here, taking time for yourself and your creativity to just stir something awake in this season of calm, quiet. Who am I kidding? This is a busy season, a crazy busy season. But something about the snow outside right now, as I'm looking at the icicles hanging from the roof out the window, something about this snow is so peaceful and quiet. You know, you look out in the darkness and it just illuminates everything. The snow, the moon shining on the snow. It's like a midday glow. And it's like you could hear a whisper across this frozen landscape. There's a beautiful juxtaposition of hibernation, quiet silence, peace, mixed with buzzing, busy, energetic humming that's happening in this season. And I want to take all of that and wrap it up in our arms here for this year-end creative ritual. Because there is a sense of taking a pause, taking a quiet moment of reflection, but there's also this buzzing excitement about where we are and where we're going. Now, before we begin, I just want to share something really gently, because if you're here, you're likely someone who feels a deep pull toward your voice, creativity. Even if it's been quiet or uncertain lately, there's something stirring in you musically. And I want to remind you that I offer one-on-one sessions called vocal breakthrough sessions that give you the freedom to find your voice. These are not performance-driven or technique-heavy. These are spacious, supportive sessions where we listen to your voice together without judgment, and we begin rebuilding trust and awakening that creative voice that has something to say, that wants to sing and write your own songs, your own music, tell your own story through your voice. So if you feel called to have a guide as you step into a new creative season, or as you go deeper into your singing and songwriting practice, I invite you to join me in one of these vocal breakthrough sessions. You can learn more at reawakenyourvoice.com/coaching. And I'll also put that link in the show notes, reawakenyourvoice.com/coaching. Go check it out and see how it feels to imagine yourself fully supported as you step into your next creative season. But for now, you're exactly where you need to be. So let's begin. Now, every year, I like to take a moment to pause, to rest, to breathe, and reflect on the year that came before, while opening up possibility for what is to come. Kind of renewing my artistic vision, seeing if there's something calling to me that I want to step into in the coming year. Or as I reflect back, what worked, what didn't, looking at how far I've come, what I've learned, the lessons that have come through the past year, and how I can carry those forward into the next year. So it's just a moment of pause, reflection, rest, and creative play. That's really what this is. It's I see it as like a mini retreat for my creative spirit, for the playful child in me, and my inner artist. Now, I did a version of this last year. You can go check it out. It's episode 35. And last year, the vision that I was using was cultivating our creative garden. So that's another one you can use. Go play with it, episode 35. But here, this year, the vision that came to me for this year's year-end creative ritual was one where we are hiking. One of my favorite pastimes. I love hiking. Love being in nature. Imagine that. But I imagine that we're hiking and we've reached a viewpoint where we can see everything behind us. The terrain we've covered, the path that we have cut out in the wilderness up until this point. But we're standing in a place where we can also see what's coming. We can see where we're going, where we're headed. We can see the horizon. But where we are at this viewpoint, we're standing still. We're taking a breath, a rest. We've been hiking a long, adventurous, beautiful journey, but we've reached a moment of pause. And we can just breathe and look back at where we've been and forward to where we're going. So as I guide you through this, that is the visual that we're working with, that we're playing with. So gather your colorful pens, markers, crayons, colored pencils, whatever you like to use, your visual art supplies, because this is a creative exercise where we really tap into creativity from multiple angles. So we get our visual imagery and put that on the page. So get your journal too. And we hear words and phrases and we put that on the page too. And we're going to, invite some sounds with our voice and taking time to breathe and pause, enjoy the silence. really awaken all of the senses. So grab your favorite beverage. I've got some coffee here. And touch, get a cozy blanket or use your imagination to tap into all of your senses. That is what creativity thrives on. And as I go through this, feel free to pause me or, skip or listen just all the way through and then come back to it. However you want to do this, you may want to listen through once and then set aside some time to go deeper with, the drawing, the writing, the vocal play, whatever comes through. But this is a time for you and your creativity and allowing yourself to breathe and rest and pause. So take a moment to just notice your breath. And I'll guide you deeper into your body so that this is not just coming from a head space. This reflection is grounded in the body and opens up through the heart. So go ahead and put your feet on the ground. Just notice your breath and let it go a little bit deeper. On the exhale, just let every part of your body relax as that air flows out. Let your shoulders relax. Open up through the heart and the chest, but let it relax. Feel a gentle sinking into the earth. You are held. You are rooted, you are grounded. Take a moment to just breathe. Take it all in. There's nowhere you need to be, nowhere you need to go. Nothing you need to do. You're just listening. You're standing at a viewpoint. Where you've been hiking all year. You've been climbing. You've been meandering to and fro. You've seen some really beautiful things. You've traversed some really challenging terrain. Take a moment to look back at where you've been. Take a moment to look back at the path that you have walked as an artist this past year, as a singer, as a songwriter, as a creative, as an artist. From this perspective, what do you see? use your imagination to let this landscape come alive. I won't lead you into any vision specifically, because I want you to lean into the vision that you are being shown. Allow images to come to you. Maybe something that represents the year behind you. Whatever colors or shapes or images come, just let them spill out onto the page as you visualize this landscape of where you've been. And as you see this landscape come alive in your mind, ask yourself, where did my voice feel most alive this year? Where did I feel resistance or silence? What moments really mattered, even small, quiet moments? What did I learn about myself as an artist? Contemplate these questions as you open up the visual of that landscape of where you've been, the path that you have created up until this point, the peaks and valleys, the ebbs and flows, meandering off course, coming back, whatever it looks like. Allow those images to spill out onto the page. Maybe words come. Let the words flow like images. Allow your creative voice to show up. You're just noticing the terrain, noticing maybe some highlights along the way, even some lowlights, some shadowy places along the way. There's no fixing that needs to happen, no analyzing or rewriting the past. Just notice the terrain where you have been. You're drawing visuals, you're letting words come through. It's all going onto the page. And now we're going to explore sound as memory. You've created a lot of memories this past year. So let's take a moment to reflect on that vocally. This can come through as gentle humming, toning, just opening up to vowel sounds. If the year behind you had a sound, what would it be? Just invite that one sound to come through and represent the year behind you. This is about curiosity and exploration. So don't worry about trying to make it sound good or create beauty. This is simply allowing sound to represent a memory. Even if you don't know what it means yet, or there's no specific memory attached to it, let it come. Let it come. Let it come. At this moment, standing at the viewpoint, notice how you are standing still. There is power in not moving yet, in kind of hovering between the past and the future in the present moment. Let silence exist here. You don't have to carry everything forward with you. But you also don't have to leave everything behind. So think about what has served you in your hiking backpack, whatever you're carrying with you on this hike. What have you been using? What has served you well? What can you not do without? Carry that forward. But then whatever feels heavy and burdensome, maybe something that has gone stagnant and you're not using it the way you thought you might use it, you can leave that behind here. Let it go. Set it down. You don't have to carry that weight anymore. Now take a moment to lift your gaze to the horizon. That landscape ahead of you where you haven't been yet. You haven't walked it. You haven't seen each step in detail. You just see the horizon. You see possibility out ahead of you. Look ahead to this artistic horizon coming in the new year. What do you sense? So not plan. We're not thinking plans. We're not thinking goal setting. We're just tapping into that inner sense that something is coming. What do you sense? Keep writing, drawing, letting those visuals spill out onto the page. Think about how you want to feel in the year ahead. What is piquing your curiosity? Where is your voice calling you to go? If you look out on that horizon, is there something that catches your eye? Is there an inner pull towards something? Let it come to life. Colors, shapes, images. Your creative voice has so much for you if you let it speak and give it the space to listen to what it has to say. And as you see that image start to take form along the horizon, I invite you to open up to some vocal improvisation. Sounds, textures, breath, rhythm. There doesn't need to be a melody or a full harmonic structure. Allow the year ahead to take form in sound. We're not laying it out as a strategy in our head at this point. We're not setting a goal or planning step by step. We're letting sound awaken that vision a little bit more. play in this soundscape of the year ahead. What does it feel like? What does it look like? What does it sound like? What are you doing? Who are you being? Now, having seen where you've been and starting to allow images to come through for where you're going, look at what came through on your page of your journal. Choose a word or a feeling or something that came through, something to hold on to as you move forward. Whatever stands out to you, take that word or that image and move it through your voice. Maybe you could strum the guitar while allowing the voice to open on that word, or that image, that idea, whatever it is. Maybe you want to use a shaker or a drum or sit at the piano bench and allow that word to take root in the keys. Whatever comes to you, move it through your voice, move it through your musical self. Allow it to become sound. Allow it to have a heartbeat, a rhythm, and improvise on that. See where it takes you. Follow it through to the end of the line. Follow that thread and see where it opens up or where it comes to an end. As that musical idea comes to a close, take a moment to feel that sense of gratitude for the path behind you, for the year behind you, and everything that you've done and everything that you've learned, everywhere you've been. And then take a deep, welcoming breath for what's ahead. And remember, you can return to this practice anytime. So hopefully this gives you some ideas and helps you see how your creative voice speaks through the senses, through visuals, through sounds, through feelings, sensations. Play in that creative realm, and your intuition will show you whatever it is that you need to shine a light on in the past year, in the year to come. Allow that viewpoint to show you the big picture and zero in on what's really important. As you take a moment to pause, rest, and get ready for the adventure ahead. Thanks for listening, friend. If this episode moved you or inspired you in some way, would you please leave a review on Apple Podcasts or share this episode with someone who's been praying for a vocal breakthrough? Until next time, keep nurturing that song in your heart. Lots of love.